What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Blackout back at it again with an Assetto Corsa video. We are in episode 2 and the second race of our 5-race long championship season. And we are going to be at the Misano circuit in Italy. This is a first time ever that I've ever raced on this circuit. All the other racing games I've played, they've never had this circuit on there, and I think that's mainly because in races like, Forza and F123 and all of that, you can't find them and they don't race there. So this is a GT course, so it's a new one for me, but I'm willing to learn and we're in for a good one. So let's hop into the video, man. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this circuit learning was a pain in the ass, but here in free practice 2, I actually got a lap in. If you saw my previous video, what the hell's a video? Where I was racing at Brands Hatch for the first race of this season, I never scored a single lap. So we're here towards the end of free practice 2, and I've been learning to kind of, when my braking marks are and what gears I should go to when it comes to it, and just doing tuning and adjustments while doing the race with traction control and ABS. So anyways, free practice session is over. This lap is going to count towards it, and we actually have a clean lap, but it's good enough for what was 7th, but as more and more come to the line, it'll go down the order down to 8th. I don't think we stay in 8th though, because there's a lot more cars that need to finish their laps. So we're just gonna wait around a little bit and see where we fit. Oh, yeah, we go. We're going down the order from 8th to 12th, to just tumbling even more. And yeah, so free practice wasn't as good as I thought it was, but that's okay. Okay, so as you can see here on the timetables, we finished 16th. But to end it off well, we had a good second sector, or sector 2. We had the best second sector, and it looked like we were almost on pace with the other teams. It looked pretty tight knit when it came to it. We were just within a second, which isn't a lot, of course, but for me that seems like it's a lot. So yeah. Okay, qualifying 1. Now, as you can see here, we are within 4 minutes, and we make a pretty bold and wide pass on this Mercedes coming out, but that gives us good time, and that gives me a better way of trying to get the car warmed up, etc., etc. As you can see at the bottom right, my tires are blue, meaning that they are still cold. They still need heat in them. So yeah, that helps us with the heating up of the tires, in my opinion. And this part of the sector in sector 3, I believe, was kind of rough because I didn't have a braking point when it came to what exactly to do, because every time I was braking while turning, and that spun the car out, and yeah, I almost ended up in the wall. But I digress, and I was able to get better at it when it came to the race, as you will see in a minute. So here's my qualifying lap for qualifying 1, and as you can see here, yeah, we spun. Yeah, lap invalidated, first lap on. So yeah, that was a good start, but yeah, now we have some catching up to do with this Mercedes. At least it heated up the tires a little bit, I guess you could say. But yeah, we continue to push on anyways. I'm going to fast forward all the way to my actual qualifying lap and let you guys see without me talking. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will go through my problems right after. And there you have it. I was able to get pole position, and not a lot of people seem to get close, and I was looking and looking and looking. I wasn't able to see anyone. So we were able to get, or as you can see right here, people are still finishing here. And these are the timetables to see how people are, but it seems like no one was able to catch us. And we were able to get pole position. So we have pole position the first race. Race 1 is ours for the taking, which is really good. It's something we are definitely looking forward to. Fastest on Sector 2 again. We have Sector 2 down. Sector 2 is our thing right now. We are very close to Sector 1. A little ways off, a couple tenths off on Sector 3. But yeah, let's hop into qualifying 2. So coming into qualifying 2, and exiting pit road, we encountered traffic with the Ferrari and the Mercedes, and yeah, the Ferrari just completely cuts the corner right here. We're trying to avoid the Mercedes so we don't hit into the back of them. So we have a good run off of that turn, and we're going to go side by side and get the speed that we can to get past both the Mercedes and the Ferrari. We go way too hot into this turn right here, and we are still behind another Mercedes. We want to try and pass. I feel like we want to try and pass them so that we can get cleaner air, which we do. It was just sense it, just full sense it right there. And now we have some clean air, and we are able to start our qualifying lap. So here's the first lap that we try to do, but we slide way too much into turn 1, and then turn 2 we get a really slow corner. Turn 3 wasn't that good, and then here we go into turn 4. We have a good exit into turn 5, and then turn 6 is right here where our lap is invalidated because we go way too wide and we release too much on the exit. So still some work to be done. Better entry onto turn 7, and then coming into this one, we have a better entry also into turns 8 and 9. We still go a little wide right here. As you can see at the bottom right above the speedometer, I adjust the traction control so that I can get better traction and not be sliding everywhere. Turn 10 is just flat out. And then here's what I was talking about earlier with turn 11, where it was a problem with me braking while turning. You don't want to do that. It locks up your tires and you're basically sliding. So it's not good. We're behind this Mercedes through turns 12 and 13. We go super wide again. And turn 14 or 15, I forgot. But yeah, we're going to start a better qualifying lap right here, right behind the Mercedes. We bump right into the back of them, and that upsets both of our cars. And yeah, that was just my fault overall. Nothing much I could do there. But we're going to try and do our best, and we get our lap invalidated. At this point, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go back to the garage, and we're gonna start last because we don't have time for another lap. But it's also karma in a sense for going into the back and spinning the Mercedes I had in front of me and entering turn 1. So yeah, we have race 1 coming up. We are pole position and low tire pressure, so we have to stay away from curbs. And we are green flag. So we have a pretty good start, and we're going to not do much defending, but we also want to get a good gap, and we take turn 2 very wide, so not much of a good start here. Could it be cold tires? It could be, but could it be a skill issue? Probably so, but that's okay. Lamborghini is on our right, so we're going to defend those going into turns 4 and 5, and we have established a little bit of a gap going into turn 7. We keep that gap and stay there. And now it's just a sense of hitting our marks and doing the best that we can to keep going with the gap and keep widening it. But with that turn, yeah, there's no way we're going to be widening that gap. I don't think this is very much a top speed car. I could be wrong though. I never looked at the specs of it. Specs, cannot speak. And so we try to avoid the curbs as much as we can due to the low tire pressure, as I said earlier. And now we just try to, like I said, establish a wider gap to the Lamborghini behind us. We don't take these turns very well. I keep hitting the curbs, which I'm not supposed to do. But at the same time, it's like I want to be able to take these corners very aggressively and try to go as long as we can. Now, here's something interesting. The Lamborghini behind us has just went in the pits for their mandatory stop. Mandatory stops are required. And like I said, they're mandatory. So you see the requirements down at the bottom left next to the leaderboard, which are the pit window, the driver swap, and then tire changes. So it says all drivers must run at least one stint. Of course, that isn't going to happen because this is a 10-minute race. If you guys want to see longer races, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely do longer races because 10 minutes may be short, but at the same time, I am a beginner, and I want to try and get a better feel and a better hang of the game and just my settings before I do something longer. Anyways, though, we are going to pit at the halfway mark, which is now. So as you can see, we start to enter pit road right about now. I didn't practice pit road speed and entering pit road, so as you can see here, we actually enter pit road second place technically, with the car right through us. So I should be practicing pit road speed and pit road entry more often during practice sessions. I'm gonna do that definitely next time. But we enter pit road right now, and it should be an easy, just 30-second, pit stop with just changing tires. And we didn't suffer any kind of damage or anything, so it won't be any longer than that. As you can see here, though, on the pit tracker, our tires are 20.3 psi. So that's going to indicate we are yet again low tire pressure.
Come on, let's go.
It took forever to get out of that pit road. So we're going to enter in a pretty low spot, about 6th right now. But we may get passed by other cars as we exit pit road, and we are 7th right now, and then we go down to 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and yeah, so we exit pit road 8th, or 9th actually, and then this impatient Audi who cuts the track to pass the other Audi who just exited pit road, and we're actually 10th. Jesus, we keep falling down the order. And again, cold tires. So I try to up my traction control, I believe. No, I don't do that actually. That's very dumb of me. But yeah, so we're going to try and get a pass going with on this Audi, the two Audis in front, and just see what we could do because we're very aggressive. I feel. I mean, hell, look back at what we did to the Mercedes back in Q2. So we are very aggressive, but we also want to try and, I mean, we're in top 10, which is already kind of a personal best, given what happened at Brands Hatch last episode. Anyways, so we have a lot better exit onto turn 12, I believe. And turn 13. We're going to head to turn 14, cutting the track a little bit. No time gain though. Turn 15, better exit as well. Actually, no. But the Audi ahead of us had a better exit. So we're going to end up 9th after cars head to pit road. We almost head into the back of the Audi, which would have not been good. But we still got 8th because of cars exiting pit road. We didn't want to hit the back of them, but thank God we didn't hit the back of the Audi. And we still are super loose when it comes to turns 5 and 6. And it's just, I think it's just me releasing and going on the throttle way too late into turn 4. So we definitely need to work on that when it comes to race 2. But as you can see, we weren't able to reach the Audis ahead of us, but we still finished with the top 10 and we were 8th place. So for me, that's a personal best. Instead of going and reaching the bottom 5. Now, race 2, we start in the back because we weren't able to get a lap in. So I'm just going to let this first lap play out and show y'all how I wheel. So let's get into it.
Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag is child in front. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Pit window is open. We've got some light damage on the front. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a demolition derby lap. That was not that good, and I apologize to the Mercedes. I mean, it's CPU, but still, it's not unacceptable. I shouldn't be doing that, but I guess I'm American. That's my excuse. So yeah, again, my apologies. A lot of contact during that lap, but I was able to go up to 14th. So I moved up 6 places during that lap. All right, so I'm in the battle with this Audi right here, and really good, an exit off of turn 12. Side by side, do a little bit of a switchback maneuver, a little bit of contact in the back. I brake late, and we get past this Audi into 8th place. Probably one of my best moves since I've gotten this game. So really, that's something really special right there, and a fastest lap. So, no personal, not a race best, but still, I'm very proud of myself for that move, and I just can't wait to keep doing more of these when it comes to playing this game more and more. Okay, so with half of the race left, we are going to pit behind this Audi that we have been chasing the entire race, what has felt like. And I noticed that all the tire pressures are at 20.3 psi, meaning that we're going to be racing on low tire pressure yet again. But I also see we've been gaining time in Sector 2, which is something that we really need when it comes to chasing down the Audi. And we have an additional 4 seconds due to the damage that we got from getting into the back of the Mercedes. But that's okay. It's a 4 seconds that we can still make up somehow. Okay, so we're going to have to wait a little bit, get that damage done. As you can see, all the cars exiting pit lane, and then it's our turn. I stall a little bit. Not very good, but we come out 8th. And should I have pit a lap earlier? I think so. I think I should have pit a lap earlier when I look back into this race. Because as you saw, I went from 8th, and now I am currently as low as 16th. 15th right now. And we're going to be behind this Audi who was already pit and is going to be already faster when I'm on cold tires. Another Audi, or is it a Lexus? I think that's an Audi. Yeah, that's an Audi. It's an Audi that is right behind me, who I believe is also on faster tires and is not coming out of the pits. I mean, look at that. No grip whatsoever. It's like ice skates, and we lose that position, and we are 16th already. We try and just dive bomb it just straight up, but they get the switchback on us as I'm in the marbles over here. And we lose 2 positions to this Mercedes right behind the Audi. And yet again, we risk losing last place if we keep making mistakes like these, which we cannot do. There's 2 minutes left of the race, and we just cannot keep making these mistakes. But as you can see here, the tires have already warmed up, so I think my driving style has just been eating up grip on the tires, which I need to definitely and drastically improve for the future. Good late braking move onto the Mercedes here, but the Mercedes is still going to get a better exit and is a lot faster, but we are still going to late brake and get a better entry and exit into turns 1 and 2 and even 3, I guess you could argue. But we slide right there, and we're going to get a good turn in onto 4, 5, and 6. And now it just becomes a matter of, we get loose right there, and the pit window is going to be closing in 5 seconds. So it is now or never. We either catch up to the Audi or we defend our position from the Mercedes. We're not going to win this, long story short. So it's just a matter of keeping the car on track and making sure we don't mess up. So the leader has started on the final lap with like 13 seconds left, and we are starting our final lap as the race goes to 0 seconds and we end. But I do the inevitable and pretty much curse myself, and we spin out. Looking back at this, I think what my problem was again an issue with braking while turning, braking, or at least braking too hard while I was turning. And when I got loose and when I got started sliding around, I overcorrected, and that's what led to the spin out. So now it's just a catch-up game of reaching these last 3 cars, but from the looks of how much I've been sliding and how much it looks like I have like almost no grip. I mean, you can look at the left rear, and it looks like it's yellow. Like I have like no gear on the left rear. Unfortunately though, we weren't able to reach the left 3 cars, and me frustrated with myself, I decided to just spin out. That was not a good race, and I'm very upset with myself for how that ended. It is what it is though, and you just recover from that and you do better next race. So here are the standings for my championship overall, and as you can see, there is not a single Porsche within the top 15. So that tells you we are currently last. We are going to Zandvoort next episode, and it's going to be cloudy. So hopefully we could get better points and maybe even a win, but you never know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to see more of this, I would appreciate it if you would please like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace out.